Hey fam, if y'all haven't already seen the thumbnail video, which I know you do, which I know this why you're here, baby boy is born. Y'all, it's been, first of all, he was born December 29th. So it's been some time, not a long time, but it's been some time. But I've also been really busy, so I haven't had a chance to film. Not only did I give birth to a baby, and I've been trying to adjust to that at home, but the kids are also home on virtual school because the surge in COVID. So the times that I would normally film during the daytime, I don't have time to film anymore. So it is a Saturday morning, and I was like, let me go ahead and try and do something. My son is out, not out, but he's somewhere around here playing video games. I have the baby with me because he just got done breastfeeding, hence why I look like this. Okay? Don't judge me, judge your mama. And I have baby girl with me because she just curious. You know, there's a new baby, so every now and then she poking her. What's he doing? He can I have that? When he done with that, can I have that? Pretty much. So anyways, yeah, there isn't really much to tell in my labor video. That's pretty much most of what they did the whole time. The only thing that's different is I gave birth. So I will link that in the iCards for you guys. If not, I'll have it somewhere, either at the end of the video, at the end screen, or in the description box. But more than likely, it'll be in the iCards. So anyways, yeah, let's get into it. I'm just gonna tell y'all my experience, because you know how hospitals are about cameras and stuff. So, and plus, I'm pretty sure y'all don't want footage of somebody every 5 minutes. How you doing, mom? How's the baby? Did you feed him? Did you change him? We're coming in to check your blood pressure. We're coming in to give you pain medicine, which is only like Tylenol and what's it called? The one that begins with the M, Motrin, Tylenol and Motrin, and poking you with needles, getting blood work. So there wasn't, y'all ain't really missed much, nothing anyway. The most exciting part is before you give birth. Anyways, we about to get into it. So I went into labor around, well, I noticed I was in labor around 8:30 p.m. December 28th. I was having aches and pains for like the last couple of days. I was just thinking it was just because, you know, it's the end of my pregnancy. Sis is tired, which is probably what it was. He was getting ready to come. So when I was feeling pains, I was just like, oh, they're probably going to send me back home anyway, because that's what they did last time. I was in active labor, but just my water didn't break. So I didn't really press it too much, but around 8:30, I was like, all right, this is starting to hurt. And they're starting to hurt really often. So I'm like, okay, I'm probably having contractions. So I ended up actually taking an ambulance, because by the time I was actually deciding to leave, like, all right, maybe I should really go, I couldn't get myself up off the couch. Like, ambulance folks they had to peel me off the couch. Okay? Like, all of that. Anyways, I got to the hospital around 9:30. I don't know the time exactly. I just know it was 9 something. You know, they hooked me up to the machines, got the IVs in my arms. Oh, since we're speaking about IVs in my arms, I got something for y'all. Okay? Every time I go to the hospital and they stick needles in my arms, they always leave me to go home with a bunch of bruises. I don't know why that is. It's like when I go get regular blood work at my doctor's office, I don't have no issues. But for some reason, when I go to the hospital, I always leave with some kind of bruise. So I have a little show for y'all, okay? This, hold on. from an IV, right? There's one on my wrist. You probably can't see it because of lighting in here. Can y'all see that? Don't mind that diaper in the bag. It's clean. I'm trying to get my daughter to, you know, not play with diapers because I need those. This one on my wrist, actually, I don't remember getting an IV in my arm. I just had the hospital bracelets. So I bruise very easily. And I'm like, there's no reason why I should have a bruise from a hospital bracelet. And it wasn't even really that tight for real. I just bruise easy. This is the big one right here. It's been like a week and a half. So these bruises don't look as bad. But just imagine 4 days ago, my arms were completely purple. And then there's this one. This whole area right here was purple and swollen. And when I left the hospital, the bruise was like this big. And then it got to this big and it was completely purple, like somebody done beat me up or something. So my daughter is playing with my son's bed. If you keep hearing music, I don't know what her fascination is. She just wants whatever he got. So anyways, yeah, with this bruise right here, I'm pretty sure that lady was fishing for a vein. And you're not supposed to do that. Like, you're not supposed to fish for veins. I guess this is the reason why. Because why does my arm look like this? You know what I'm saying? No reason. There's no reason why my arm should look like this if you just sticking a needle in. Anyways. So, they hooked me up to the machines and all that other great stuff. IVs. I can't remember exactly what time I got my epidural because the contractions was enough for me. I did not want to feel contractions and push a baby out at the same time. I don't have a high pain tolerance, which is weird because we'll get into that another day. I really don't have a high pain tolerance, so I was like, give me the epidural ASAP, as soon as you possibly can, okay? And then on top of that, yeah, so let me guess, what time was it? I think it was around 1 something when I got the epidural, 1 something in the morning. At that point, I think it was around 2. It only took me like 7 to 10 minutes to push. It was like 2:35 in the morning when I gave birth. But I had texted my mom and told her, hey, I'm getting ready to deliver. I'll talk to you when I can. And that was around like 2:20. So, yeah, it really didn't take long at all. Which is surprising because he was the biggest baby that I've had. But he was probably the quickest birth. My son is probably a close, well, not my son. I have 2 boys now. But my first son was probably a close second. Because it didn't take me long to give birth to him either. And it really didn't take long for me to give birth to my daughter either. It just seemed like a longer time because the epidural was wearing off. That's another story for another day because that was a freaking disaster. You know what? I think I'll do a story time about that. I'll do a story time about that one of these days. Anyways, so he was born in like 7 to 10 minutes, something like that. Something crazy like that. It may seem like a long time, but it's really not. Because it's like, you know, you push a couple of times, you take a breath, and then when another contraction comes, then you push again. Because they have you push while you're having contractions because it's easier for the baby to come out. When you're having contractions, the contractions are trying to push the baby out. So they're like, your body needs to work with your contractions. So when you're having a contraction, push. What else? Yeah. He was born at 2:35 a.m., December 29th. He was 7 pounds and 8 ounces, which is my biggest baby, which is probably why I was in agony all the time, because my other two were 6'5" and 5'6". He was 20 and a half inches long. I wanted to get him circumcised, but I didn't know that your, what's it called, your obstetrician? I didn't know that your obstetrician takes care of circumcisions. I had no idea. So about that, bro, I don't like that doctor at all. I feel like he's lazy. I could be wrong, but just from my experience, I've been with that office since way before I've been with that office since after my son was born. So maybe since my son was 2. He is now about to be 7 in June. So I've been with that office for almost 5 years. And I've hardly ever seen that man. I've hardly ever had an appointment with him. I could probably say within the last 5 years, I've had an appointment with him on less than 2 hands that I can count. 5 probably at the least, and that's only because I was pregnant. And he would come in for visits. But he didn't deliver any of my babies. First of all, he sent me home when I was in labor with my first child. He sent me home because he said I peed on myself. Y'all, my water broke and my water was leaking for 3 hours, and he sent me home because he said I peed on myself, and I was leaking for another 2 days. Like, what? Anyways, yeah, I don't know what that man does. I hardly ever have an appointment with him. My whole pregnancy, I saw him maybe like 3 times. I've seen him 3 times. My pregnancy with this child, I've seen him probably about 3 times. So when he came, he didn't birth any of my babies either, and I've had 3. So you think that 1 out of 3, I mean, I'm cool with that because I really don't like that man like that anyway. After he sent me home the first time when I was clearly in labor, that's dangerous to send somebody home when they're leaking fluid. Like, that means baby is ready to come and anything can happen. I could lose too much fluid. I could have, the baby could have pooped in a sack, and that's just, so much could have went wrong. And by the grace of God, me and my baby were fine. But, yeah. So anyways, I wanted to get my son circumcised, and they're like, oh, your obstetrician had to do it. And I'm like, I don't want that man to do it because, but I mean, whatever. So, first of all, they told me they didn't even tell me he was going to be the one doing it. They told me the next day. The day that I gave birth, I said, listen, I want my son circumcised. Do you know when they're going to be taking care of that, just so I'm aware? She goes, yeah, they'll do it later. Later they come in, oh, they'll do it tomorrow. So tomorrow comes and they're like, oh, your obstetrician has to do it. Okay. So then, oh, they come in again. Your obstetrician is here, but he's not going to do it. You have to take the baby to the office. So let me get this straight. You and I are both in this hospital, and you want me to take time off of after I go home, right? I'm healing from pushing a human out of my body. You want me to leave my house to bring my baby to your office? And there's only allowed 1 person at a time, so I can probably, it depends on your pain tolerance, but the way things were working for me, I could barely get around. So you want me to hobble my ass around in 2 days to bring my baby to your office? Like, I just pushed a human out. What makes you think I want to be out running the streets with a new baby during COVID? Come on now. So then they were like, then they come in another time like, oh, his nurses is going to be the one to do it. Sir, what do? You barely took my appointments. You didn't deliver any of my babies, and you're not doing the circumcision either. So I'm confused as to why I have to take my baby home with me and to schedule a circumcision at my doctor's office for you not to be doing anything. Like someone else is going to be doing the work. Why can't it be done here? Like literally the epiphany of, not epiphany, I got the word wrong. The epitome of laziness, because you're literally in the hospital. I'm in the hospital and you won't do a circumcision. I mean, I get it. I guess maybe he has other babies to birth or something. But sir, you're already here. Why do I have to leave the comfort of my home when I'm healing after I pushed out a human being? Why do I have to run around town with a new baby during COVID? Why do I have to do that? Anyways, yeah. So didn't too much go on after that. You know, they come in, poking, asking questions. How's the baby doing? Taking temperature, doing blood work, little stuff like that. So yeah, there really wasn't too much to go on after that. That's just pretty much, you know, I got 3 meals a day, which was cool. I don't think y'all want me to go into detail about what I ate. I didn't really eat much, honestly. Mostly I ate like light foods like fruit, English muffin. I think I ate a pizza. I didn't really eat too much because I didn't really have an appetite because I was in a lot of pain still. So I just ate light, applesauce, Jello, stuff like that, yogurt. Yeah, that's about it. If I'm missing anything, if y'all have any questions, leave that below in the comment section. Yeah, so I will catch y'all in the next video. Hugs, kisses, love, happiness, positivity. Welcome to all of our new family members. And even if you're not a part of the family yet, you're probably just a little shy, still welcome anyway. Greatly much appreciated. Okay, I will always appreciate the love and support that you guys give me. And that is about it. Oh, I do have pictures at the end. I should have told y'all that. I do have pictures. Anyways, y'all, can y'all tell my daughter to stop kicking me with her? You think that's funny? Anyways, here's baby boy. Say hi, world. Say hi, world. Let them see your little face. Say hi, world. Yeah, I'm so handsome. And you got this little girl back here. Anyways, I will see y'all in the next video. I'm probably going to try and do a video once a week at least for you guys. I can't make any promises because I'm really busy, especially with this whole virtual school thing going on and this newborn, but I know y'all understand. Things get busy, so I will do the best that I can to put out at least something once a week. If I don't do that, I apologize in advance, but I will try to make some kind of schedule, regardless if it's once a week, once every 2 weeks. I'll still try to stick to my twice a week. It probably won't go according to plan, but you know, I'm trying for you guys. I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.